Hi, this is Mr. Bernal, and today we are going to have the first video lesson that we're gonna upload to YouTube. So let's get started. The lesson is about arrays, which you know because we've been talking about them for a while now. Arrays must have rows and columns. The rows go from side to side, from left to right, and you can say that rows are horizontal. Rows are horizontal. Now the columns go from top to bottom, up and down, and you may say that the columns are vertical. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring in an example that I prepared for you. This is a row of 4 stickers for Gigi, the penguin. And because it goes from side to side, it is a row. Now, if I turn it around this way, it is not one single row anymore. Now it is a column. Some of you notice that the penguin is not right side up, but it doesn't matter. The important thing is that the stickers are one on top of the other. So now it is a column, and now it is a row. Okay, so that's one row, and this is one column. I can do the same thing to this column of 4 stickers. If I turn it around, it is not a column anymore. Now it is a row. So I can do something with these 2 rows or with these 2 columns, and that is I can make an array. Not like this, not like this. The alignment of the rows and columns must be perfect, like this, or maybe like this. Either way, it is the same array. So let's take a look at this array this way. It has 1 and 2 rows, and it has 1, 2, 3, and 4 columns. If I turn it around, it would be kind of the opposite. Instead of 2 rows, now it has 1, 2, 3, and 4 rows. And instead of 4 columns, it has only 1 and 2. In class, we also learned that we cannot have a column and a row and do something like this and say that it is an array, because you see those spaces right there? We're missing stickers. There are gaps. So this is an example of something that is not an array. Maybe a T shape, also not an array. Look at the spaces, not an array. So you must have good alignment between columns and rows, and you must not have any spaces. There are no gaps, no spaces here. I would like for you guys to look in your houses for arrays. I was looking around and I found this, the remote. Do you see an array in the remote? Yeah, there's arrays in the remote. Maybe not the whole thing, but if we cover whatever is not an array, there you have it. So in this array, we have how many rows? Row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. And how many columns? Column 1, column 2, and column 3. Now, what happens if we turn it around? Is it still an array? Yes, only that this time we have a different number of rows and columns. This time we have 1, 2, and 3 rows, and we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 columns. But we still have the same array, the same number of objects in the array, the same number of buttons. Just like we did before here with the stickers, we have the same number of stickers, no matter if we have it this way or this way. Okay, there are more examples. This is very similar to the remote, but it's a calculator. It is a different array. Now, there's a problem with this array. Can you see it? Maybe some of you are saying, oh, that row at the top, it is not aligned, and you're right. It is not aligned with the other rows. And also, it is missing one button, so you may say that we have gaps too. So we are going to have to cover that like this, and now we have an array. How many rows do we have? Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. 5 rows. How many columns? Column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. Okay, so I would like that you in your house look around for objects that have arrays. Look at the columns, look at the rows, count the columns, count the rows. Make sure that they are aligned. Make sure that there are no gaps. And also turn them around. Does it change if we look at it horizontally or vertically? No, probably not. Okay, so this is the end of our first lesson, and we're gonna have many more. So I hope you keep watching.